Good afternoon, fourth graders. This is the math lesson for Thursday, April 30th and Friday, April 31st. Or is it May 1st? I can't remember. Is there 31 days this month? Anyway, it starts on Thursday the 30th and it goes on till Friday, which is either the 1st or the 31st. I do believe it's 30. I should know those rules, but right now, it's out the wall. So it's those 2 days, Thursday and Friday. This is section 814, problem solving remainders on page 240 and 241. Now, this is kind of a continuation of what we've been learning, how to work, how to do word problems, and then figure out how you're going to do them, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Now, since we're focusing on division, we know these are going to be division. So we know our rules for solving word problems. You're going to need to understand what the question is going to be, analyze the data, looking for the information, plan the strategy that's adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. You got to figure out what order operation, solve the problem, and then evaluate the results. There are many ways you can solve that problem. There's different strategies you can use. You can estimate, which is rounding. You can use a calculator. You can look for the pattern. Pattern, sometimes it's like, okay, is it counting on? Is it subtracting by one? You got to figure out what the pattern is. Is there enough information? Is there not enough information? Because sometimes you will be presented a question where there is not enough information to solve it. And that's what I'm going to focus on in the next couple of weeks. Is there extra data? That extra data is what we call the distractors. You can draw a picture, use a graph, and then you can use try and check, which is like adding, doing the actual problem itself. So the bottom of page 240, I'm going to let go. It gives an A through E step. It wants you to identify what the 5 steps are. So I'm going to let you guys do that on your own with you and your parents. So today I'm going to focus on page 241, and we're going to focus on the second question on 241. And it states, a First Fleet class ferry can carry 396 passengers. There are 9 ferries and 3,480 passengers. And will all the passengers have a seat? All right, so step 1, the question would be, so I always say look at the end, and it states, will all the passengers have a seat? All right, so we need to identify the data, the information. We know that a boat can fit 396 people. There are 9 ferries, and there's a total of 3,480 people. All right, so you got to figure out which one of these information. Now, so it figures out, will all the passengers have a seat? So they want to know, with all this information presented, will they have, does those 9 ferries, can it hold all these people? All right, and we know the capacity it is. So our division problem, it's going to be the biggest numbers always, and we have to focus on the number of people. All right, and we got to know if it fits on the boats, on all the boats, so we need to use the 9. Now, this 396 is telling you how much a boat can hold. So what we want to do is, when we solve this, I'm going to turn this. I didn't realize the light was in the way of the problem. There we go. Our answer for this problem cannot go over this. So let's go ahead and solve this before we run out of time. All right, so we know our steps are division. I'm just going to go through this. A 9 cannot go into 3, but a 9 can go in 34. And it can go in 3 times. 9 times 3 is 27, okay? We subtract that. Our subtracting rules, carry it over, regroup. 14 minus 7 is 7. 2 minus 2 is 0. Next numbers bring the 8 down. Okay? So, I don't have my calculator with me, and my 9s are horrible. Okay, and I'm just doing this to say, hey, I can use this calculator as one of the steps. Okay, 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 7, 63. 9 times 8, 72. So it's 9 times 8. 9 times 8, and that is 72. We subtract that. 8 minus 2 is 6. That's 0. Bring down the 0. 9 can go into 6 times. That's 54. And once we subtract that, we should get a remainder 6. So 386, is that smaller than 396? Yes. So the answer would be yes. If our answer for this problem is smaller than the capacity per boat, it will work. All right, so we only got 8 seconds. Your homework tonight, page 241, 1 through 5, except 2. So it's 1, 3, 4, and 5. If you have any questions, Let me know.